at 10, not 10ish, at 10 today. What's going on, everybody? Happy, was this Wednesday or Thursday?
Thursday.
Happy Thursday.
I had to move my car for
Oh,
Sweet Street.
goodness.
So.
Welcome back to the Gentlemen of Crypto, episode 109. I am King.
I'm Bitcoin Zay, and we are here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community Monday through Friday at 10ish.
10ish every day. What's
or
going
10 today.
10 today, 10 on the dot. Look, we beat some of you all in here. You know how it goes. We try to stay around this timeline. What's going on, Crypto Warriors? See y'all rolling in.
Yep.
Let me open up the chat box here.
Oh, yeah. What's up?
Chat.
Bitcoin Vegan. What's up, P-Man Van?
There we go.
Morning, Shane.
All right.
What up,
for
fellas?
the free Bitcoin yesterday, what do we have?
Oh, yeah. So, we have a tie, actually. We have two pretty good ideas. So, first is Crypto Ray. He actually put the idea about having a warrior shirt, like our crypto warriors who are watching now, but implementing the Golden State Warriors team onto the shirt, which is an actual pretty good idea. I'm sure some artists that can come up with something. Everybody wassa.
I'm going to implement them.
And then the second winner is Canadian Crypto. Actually, we had a good idea about maybe adding in the fourth graders that we had watching yesterday, where they can have a contest, create a cartoon, and something that they like, and implement it into a t-shirt or something that we could give away to them. So good idea there as well. So we'll definitely take those in consideration. We got a lot of stuff coming, so appreciate that. Crypto Ray and Canadian Crypto already sent that free Bitcoin to you. So
there we go. And again, people, you can see Bitcoin Zay wearing one of our shirts right here, the Hold shirt.
Oh, yeah.
Those are on sale at our website, kirbycrypto.com.
Oh, yeah.
Also, we have our podcast up on Google Play and iTunes. Right now, we're backlogging all the episodes. I think we're at episode 90. So already in a couple of days, we're getting those up. Thanks to Alec for those. So we're almost caught up. But you can start going to iTunes and Google Play and listening to the podcast as well on our Lisbon account. And that's all linked if you go ahead and type everything in on the bot.
Oh, yeah.
And last but not least, that SyncFab ICO review is up on YouTube as well. So you can check that out.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Somebody said buy the dip.
2XL?
Oh, yeah. 2XL, yeah. Somebody said buy the dip shirts. We already have. Shout out to Barbie. She has a actual store, buythedip.store. So
right, so you gotta check her out for all
she's
that
got a
stuff.
whole line. Actually have so much stuff. So
all right, first up today, investing app Robinhood launches crypto trading in 5 U.S. states. I'm sure everyone has seen this. The company says that the residents of the California, Massachusetts, Missouri, Montana, and New Hampshire, a bunch of random states, can now buy or sell Bitcoin and Ethereum using the new Robinhood crypto platform.
Oh, yeah.
This service will also allow investors to track 14 other cryptos, including Bcash, Litecoin, Ripple, Ethereum Classic, Zcash, Monero, Bitcoin Gold, and Dogecoin.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Robinhood is live.
Making it mainstream.
In 10% of the states, though.
There we go, right?
It's barely anything in New York, man. New York, they kill me with their regulation stance on everything. They barely let you do anything there, which is crazy. Well, it's not crazy. Wall Street is there, so you know.
Right, it's not happening. They're not going to
it.
let it happen in New York, so I don't see that one coming. California, of course, we saw that. I'm surprised Texas wasn't on there, but I know Texas got the money lending scheme going on, so they don't want nobody to bust up that ring.
USI,
right?
BitConnect.
Yeah, that's what messed them up. They try to step on another territory without making those inroads to the government and the regulators. Too much truth.
Just down here scamming.
All right. Yeah, but no, it's good for Robinhood. Again, at least it's going to bring on that mass or help with the mass adoption of crypto in general. Of course, I don't see a lot of people using it right now while it's still volatile. But once it goes back up to 20, 30K, I'm sure everybody will want to buy it on that app then.
Yeah.
Once it's high enough. Speaking of mobile apps, Uphold just did something. We always talk about Uphold.com. That's another place where you can buy your crypto with credit cards, some credit cards, debit cards, and the like. What is Uphold doing with the mobile wallets?
All right, so Uphold, they actually just purchased a company, Cortex MCP, who is a startup who has a mobile platform. So it'll allow you to pay for crypto with the euro, with dollars, and also vice versa, be able to sell it the same way. So it's basically Uphold is taking their exchange and making it mobile so that you can use it, more effortlessly. And they just raised $57.5 million, I believe. And that was one of their first purchases, was to get on mobile apps and to buy this company, as well as they actually have a loss assurance program that they are going to roll out for people who lose stuff in crypto volatility. It'll be interesting to see how they do it, but a lot of the questions I got early on in crypto was, well, is it backed by the FDIC? Is it, some sort of insurance? And I kept telling them, I said, not yet, but I can guarantee you there will be exchanges that offer that type of loss assurance because of volatility. And Uphold looks like they're rolling theirs out now. So shout out to them for that, buying that startup. I know they're happy because that's basically what you have a startup for. So you can sell it for a few $1 million, and if not billion, but good for them. So
yeah, that's
Uphold.
That's pretty good. Uphold is on the map.
Yep.
Zoroaster 40 said, "What's up with personal private trading bots to roam the internet and trade without exchanges? They're out there. You just gotta have enough money to buy them. They're very expensive.
Yeah, you can pay for them monthly, and it's got a return. Or have a return yet.
Right. So it all depends on which type of bot. There's different levels of them. But yeah, so they're out there. Do your own research. Google them things.
Yes, and Uphold, I believe, yes, you can buy with a credit. Don't quote me on it. It was before, but I know a lot of banks have shut off the credit card service. So they may have complied with that, but I seriously doubt it. So yeah, you may have to test it for yourself.
Right. Yeah, it's gonna be different for everybody, different states, different countries.
In a while, yeah.
VPN, people. All right, good news coming to crypto, specifically developers out there. Jimmy Song, who is known for his technical analysis as well as a Bitcoin developer. And he's been doing, of course, his TA of crypto in general, is in the process of designing a new laboratory to train and pay crypto developers under his new auspices as a partner at Blockchain Capital, and formerly dubbed Platypus Labs. The project is supposed to support developers with a combination of residencies and fellowships, with an initial focus on coders building on Bitcoin Core, the most used version, of course, of the Bitcoin software. Basically, the article goes in detail talking about the lack of talent in the space compared to the number of jobs needed. They said just the year 2017 alone, the demand in jobs rose about 207%.
Oh,
wow.
Man, that's beating some alts.
Right, definitely right. That's just for the job. Song expects to roll out a fellowship or residency program within the next 2 months. And he's saying while the project, which will have a physical location in San Francisco, will have first focus specifically on building up the developer ecosystem around Bitcoin, the lab could eventually expand to include support for other cryptos. He's quoted as saying, "We want to reward developers because they're obviously adding tremendous value to the ecosystem, and we want to see them get compensated for it if that's what they want to do." So kudos. We always talk about that, to get your kids or your family or even you to start to switch over to that STEM background. And right here, we've always talked about there's not enough developers, coders, engineers in the blockchain Bitcoin ecosystem, mainly because a lot of them already have a lot of Bitcoin. Some of them are already very wealthy.
Yeah, they on islands.
Right, some of them are on islands, so there's no reason for them to really, work a tough job. And then others are being, at this point, poached by private companies. And then some people just like working on Bitcoin for free. They want to do it out their altruistic nature. I probably said that wrong.
Yeah.
But so, this is a good thing to start to, I guess, push people toward more developing, toward coding, and saying, hey, we also can pay you when you do this. You want to just be working on the Bitcoin Core for free.
Yeah, it's bigger than the price. I can tell you that. Everybody jumped in wanting to be traders, and as I've always stated, you have to immerse yourself in the ecosystem because there's so much you can do outside of just the trading part, and developing is probably higher up than the trading part of it. Because I can tell you right now, if you help build something that can onboard people who want to trade or want to use cryptocurrency, you're basically selling the shovels, so to say, for the gold rush. So those people actually, if you remember in his history class, the people who rushed to get gold, they made pretty good money, but the competition killed a lot of people. The people who made the most money were people selling the shovels or building the operational equipment that they needed to use. So that's what developers essentially are. They're giving you the tools to do what you have to do in the crypto space. So they'll definitely be in high demand, probably more than 200% as we go.
Oh, definitely. I want to see the number. Yeah, I want to see the number.
2,000.
Yeah, I want to see the number this year.
Yeah,
between this year and next year, that number's going to skyrocket.
Oh, yeah. Just off the number of companies that are being started, the demand can't be there because Facebook and Google are having trouble finding people. So the demand can't be there all the way. And blockchain is pretty new. Building cryptocurrencies is very new. Like we said, it's 9 years old. It's like a fourth grader. So
right, exactly. Yeah, you talk about the pay. Right now, a developer for a scale ICO could probably make 150, 200K out the door. So to do something on the next level, like working with Bitcoin Core and then having these residency and fellowship programs, I'm sure they're gonna be well taken care of.
Oh yeah.
All right, what else do we have? Speaking of blockchain tech and all the goodness that goes around with it, global mutual funds could save $2.6 billion with blockchain technology, shows Calastone research. UK-based global funds network Calastone has released research on Thursday, February 22nd, showing blockchain could save mutual funds up to $2.6 billion. They're quoted as saying, this is quoted in their press release, actually, so it's in their press release. The numbers released by Calastone represent the tangible financial value that a blockchain-enabled distributed market infrastructure can deliver through stripping out many of the remaining inefficiencies currently embedded in the system, resulting in increasing cost, risk, operational, and regulatory pressures. So basically, that's a long way of saying we know we're inefficient. With blockchain tech, we can make this even more efficient. Yeah. When they first went digital with a lot of their processes, they, in the report, and you can get the report for free. You just gotta go to their website, sign up, email address, all the same old stuff. But the report, I read some of it. It was basically pointing out the first time they did this, the last time they made a technological advance, it saved them, I think, over 500, 600 million euros. So whatever at the time that equates to the dollars, I think it's about 1.8 amount at the time. But definitely, so they're saying not only did that save us a lot of money, we know this use case works. We've done it before. We implemented new technology. Now we can implement blockchain tech in some of these processes where we have people doing things. We can just have the automated on the computer and AI, and we can save $2.6 billion.
Yeah, probably actually save more than they're predicting because we haven't even implemented the AI side of it. With the block, nobody's actually harnessed those two things together completely. So when you throw in the fact that you have automated systems, AI, artificial intelligence, along with a payment system that's instant and quick and secure, you'll basically, that number made times 10 because you won't have as many employees. You won't have as much overhead to start. Think about companies that can start from the ground up with one software program. And whoever comes up with that is definitely going to be pretty rich in the future. So yeah, I can definitely see it saving at least $2.6 billion. Man, that's great.
Again, this is the use case part of it. People, everybody's always like, well, this technology is useless. It's not going to do anything. Of course, then it turns to blockchain is good, Bitcoin is bad. Yeah. But even with blockchain now, people are saying, well, where's the use case? Here are the use cases. They're popping up every day. They're hiring people every day. So, to me, it's just another bullish signal that this is going to be here to stay for a little while longer than what a lot of naysayers think.
Yeah, it's not going away.
It's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Speaking of, so we got Calastone. Yeah, talk about AMF. AMF wants to regulate crypto. We're going to head over to regulations, governments, all that good stuff that, people love to put their finger in the Bitcoin pie. What's going on with AMF?
Oh, yeah. Well, AMF is sort of like the SEC of France, so to say, or one of the companies or one of the groups that do financial oversight. And they're saying that any cash settled contract similar to CME futures we saw launched, CBOE, Ledger X, we saw those launched in the US, that they'll have a similar system where they'll, have oversight, make sure it's looked at the same as derivatives or bonds, things that you see on the stock market. So in France, what we're starting to see is that if one country does it, all the other countries are about to start copycatting. And that's what we've been trying to explain is that it only takes one to start and then all the other countries will fall in line with whatever they do. So regulatory framework usually is just the same thing repeated over with what works. And that's what France looks like they're doing now. And they want to implement a system that's similar to what we have, but they are a little bit more lax because the contracts that they settle will be a little bit cheaper. So I don't know if I think CBOE is one contract or 1 Bitcoin per contract. CME is 5 Bitcoin per contract. So we'll see how they handle that. But that's France oversight, some more regulation for you internationally. And just look out for that. If you are in France or if you use the euro, things of that nature, you'll be able to get in on that this year. We've seen Nasdaq futures coming this summer. So definitely coming with institutional investors.
And speaking of futures, subtle reminder, tomorrow CME futures is going to expire. I think 4 o'clock GMT or something. So it might be late tonight Pacific time. But yeah, CME futures expire tomorrow. Again, I think they had a short position, correct?
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see what happens to this price of Bitcoin as soon as they do expire, what will happen.
Oh, yeah.
As a side note, real quick, looking at the comments right now. So, who is this? Hold on one moment. It was Power to Achieve said Nightbot needs to go or unsubscribe ASAP. Well, first of all, Power to Achieve, we love to have constructive criticism. So if you don't like it, tell us why so we can figure out how to fix it.
Yep.
As far as a threat to unsubscribe, cheers, mate. Like you haven't been around here long enough.
Yeah,
apparently.
You haven't heard it. You haven't heard. We don't care.
We do not care at all. Anyway, after releasing oil-backed Petro yesterday, Venezuelan president hints at gold-backed Petro Oro. During a Patria Paro Todos, Fatherland for All Party event at the National Theater in Caracas, Maduro, President Maduro announced, quote, "The Petro is a cryptocurrency unique in the world that's supported by oil, and I have a surprise that I will launch next week. The Petro Oro." That's the Petro Gold. Backed by gold, even more powerful.
Oh, man,
I can hear him in his dictator voice, even more powerful.
That's what I like. When you have something that's
double down.
Like, hey, you hate the petro dollar?
Oh my
Look at this Petro Gold I'm bringing out to you.
I mean, again.
He's going to have Petro crypto kitties next week.
Listen,
I don't care.
Kudos to them being the first country to do it. Again, it probably is the wrong person in place and power to be doing it.
Doesn't matter.
Because, he already crashed his own economy. But, I mean, hey, why not, right?
Oil with unlimited supply.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, this is basically the ICO craze. We're going to see governments go through the same. I know, pinky in the mouth. That's pretty funny. The evil laugh, right?
Oh, yeah.
I think we're going to see governments eventually go through the same ICO craze, but for their own dollars and petro dollars and crypto rubles and Fed coins. Oh, they're going to be throwing them out left and right. We can do soil. Oh, we can do gold. Oh, we can do milk. We can do eggs.
They might back it with people.
Hey, oh, wow.
They've already done that.
Yeah, we already do it. Social Security.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. That would be pretty good.
Yeah.
Wow. That's pretty good. As long as the population stays at a certain rate.
Yeah.
And that's when you will see the borderless society, people.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Where it doesn't
be like, nope, got to go.
I mean, I'm in shock in all that. I mean, you just launched one. You like, next week we launching another one. Listen, your country lost 96% of its value, or not your country, but the currency lost 96% of its worth. I know you're trying to make it up all in 2 weeks. It takes a little longer than that.
Yeah. Dang, minus 96. Woo.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
terrible.
Speaking of alleged scams, after Nasdaq gave a delist notice Friday, February 16th to Lone Blockchain Corp. You might remember them as Long Island Iced Tea, but they're changing their name to Lone Blockchain Corp. For this low market capitalization. It was the reason why the Nasdaq threatened to delist them, because they had a low market cap. Well, now Lone Blockchain Corp is officially breaking ties with its parent company, according to a press release given to the Global News Wire on Tuesday, February 20th. Nasdaq threatened to delist them because basically, after they renamed themselves to Lone Blockchain Corp in December 2017, they saw almost immediate 500% gain on the traditional stock market, which is unheard of.
Just off a name.
Right. But now that they've been getting pressured to be delisted because of the low market cap, they're saying, well, hey, we're actually two different companies. There's Lone Blockchain Corp, which we hired a CEO for, which they did. And they said, we've been planning to do this all along. And then there's also the beverage company by itself. So now they are splitting it up into two companies. I think in the crypto community we call this a fork.
Yeah,
this is
a public fork.
They're forking traditional public companies.
Yeah.
They're going to, of course, keep the one that gave them that 500% increase because clearly people don't know what they're buying. They're just buying.
Yeah.
And then they're going to also keep their Long Island Iced Tea that they had originally, because if not, the SEC said, or the Nasdaq said they'll delist one of them. So
hey, the brand is strong. Anytime you throw blockchain in there, guaranteed. It's like slapping Nike on a shoe, 500% increase immediately. And that's funny because, like I just stated, whenever somebody does something in the crypto space and it works, I can guarantee you there's companies out there that's like, oh, we just got to split the company? Oh, man. Yeah. Go get the paperwork done, send it to me tonight, and we can go ahead and throw blockchain in the morning. Go ahead and get your positions ready. I mean, that's literally what people can do now. Because people don't see the back end of all this, but once you read the same thing over and over, you can see it's just a money grab. A lot of these companies, they don't even believe in the tech, just a money grab. So.
Oh, man. Crypto Chris, thanks for the compliment. Oh, we just got a thumbs down. Wonder who's that from? My day's ruined.
Oh, man.
All right, next.
Digital thumbs down.
A digital thumbs
Even
down.
Even a real life thumbs down is hilarious.
Right. Okay, anyway. Bitcoiner, this is stuff I'm worried about. Bitcoiner faces charges after selling Bitcoin to an undercover cop. On February 9, 2018, officials from U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, the investigative arm of the Department of Homeland Security, arrested Morgan Roccoons, a.k.a. Morgan Rockwell, or a.k.a. Metabalo. They trying to make him sound like a supervillain.
Yeah,
he was the CEO at Bitcoin Incorporated and the entrepreneur behind several other Bitcoin startups at his home in Las Vegas, Nevada. Sounds like a person who saw new technology as a small business owner and is trying to make a buck the right way. Raccoons was charged with money laundering and operating an unlicensed money transmitting business according to court records. According to those same records, it looks like he was arrested in San Diego.
In Las Vegas.
Was he? Oh, he was arrested in Las Vegas. Okay. Well, in Southern California, between December 30th, 2016, and January 8th, 2017, raccoons allegedly exchanged around 10 Bitcoin worth $9,200 at the time for $14,500 in cash with an undercover law officer. That officer allegedly told raccoons in advance that the cash came from the manufacturer and distribution of hash oil, which contains some long word, which is a controlled substance at the federal level. The court documents, however, say that the cash given to him was already dirty. However, Raccoon's claims that the Bitcoins he sold to the buyer became dirty after it left his hands. He's quoted as saying, "Someone bought a machine that makes cannabis oil with the Bitcoin they purchased from me," he said to Bitcoin Magazine. "I guess I'm not allowed to sell Bitcoin as a U.S. citizen for cash, especially if responsibility for what people do with that money lies on me." All right, craziness.
Great quote.
First of all, I highly doubt this undercover officer. I mean, we already saw this with the case with the Silk Road, where undercover cops and DEA agents and whatever agents they had on there, what was it, FBI and something else? Yeah. They were crooked. Yeah. All right, they were crooked. So we already know that, you know, the law enforcement body, there can be some corruption. Not saying everybody, but there can be. But also, how many drug dealers or hash oil dealers do you know that will come up to you and say, "Yes, I need to use this cash I earned with hash oil to buy a Bitcoin"? Why would you even tell them?
I would have turned right around.
Yeah, I was like, come on, you really?
Just for being lame, I would have. Why are you telling me this? And then also too, why does it matter? Because like you said, am I responsible for how people give me money? My transaction was for Bitcoin, for cash, and where he got it from, he could be lying. He could, you know what I mean? Could be saying he got it from, who knows? But
I mean,
it sounds like a little bit of an entrapment.
I mean, if you go to the bank and you withdraw funds and you say, "Well, I'm about to go buy some drugs with this stinks," like what happens?
And they don't tell
stop you at the door?
Yeah.
Do they get security?
Yeah, you were aiding and abetting. He just told you he was going to buy drugs, and you're like, I don't even know him. Like, you know what I mean? That's exactly what this case sounds like. I mean, in my opinion, the money transmitter license, there are rules for that, but the money laundering is just ridiculous. I mean, I don't understand, how do you put your mind to say that he laundered the money that you gave him simply because you told him that you got it from selling drugs? I mean, rappers always say they got their money from drugs.
That's true.
Every store they walk into and be like, "Hey man, all those keys you sold last album, I can't take it because I'm pretty sure you got." Like, come on, man, this is ridiculous.
It's crazy. But one of the real things I want to know is they said this happened in January 8, 2017. 10 Bitcoin is worth around $9,200, so the price is a little bit less than $1,000 bucks. He sold it, got a little gain, $14,500, and that to him should have been a red flag too, that he got that much arbitrage on it basically in cash. But also, I want to know what happened to those 10 Bitcoin. They're worth a lot more than $9,200 now.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that wasn't mentioned in the story. We mentioned everything else.
Yeah, so that undercover cop,
he got Bitcoin is.
He got 10 Bitcoin, and they just what? They sitting on it. They ain't do nothing with it. Come on, man. That's worth $100K right now.
Right?
Come on, man.
All right, there we go. There we go. It's me, boss lady. She said, "Thumbs down, get excited. If you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping." Who you telling? You know we know. Listen.
Oh yeah, we know.
All right. Do we think this is a real story or made up FUD?
No, I followed a guy on Twitter. He's literally in court in San Diego right now. I mean, yeah, today is the day. I think it starts at noon or something like that. But yeah, he's actually has to go to court for this. We'll see how it shakes out. My guy Kevin Hodges is saying, are they trying to set precedent? It looks like it to an extent, but the precedent was kind of set back in 2013 with Silk Road. Back when Silk Road 2.0,
really would say,
back when they took down Alphabet, there's some precedents already been set. However, this is just one of those things that I think we'll start seeing a lot of stuff come out. Oh yes, undercover cops out there. So is it actually illegal? You could sell it and then just tax it, whatever. It may just be a license problem, but the money laundering part of it is weird. I don't know.
Crypto Q, one of our moderators, great comment. Trump Jr. defense. I can't help what people send me, all right?
Yeah, exactly.
I can't help it where they got the money from. I don't know nothing about that. All I know is I had some crypto, I had some bills due. They still taking checks, so I needed some cash.
Yeah. And that's how, free market, honestly, if you actually have a free market, I can trade whatever I want for whatever you got.
The Bitcoin seller was just interviewed on the Tone Bay's show. I believe there's going to be a public trial. He's asking for support from the community. Yeah, I saw he was asking for like 150 to 300K for his lawyers and everything like that, lawyer fees. So
yeah, he's been around a while though. I think since 2011 he had Bitcoin ATMs. I think he invested in a couple companies. Yeah, so he's been around for a while.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's one of those things people, yeah, free Ross for sure. It's one of the things that the importance of this story, the importance of the, was it the Phoenix story, the guy, the Russian they arrested in Greece, and all these other stories that you keep hearing. The importance is that it's setting precedents for everyone involved in the space. Yeah. Of course, they're not going to go after every little mom and pop, but I mean, this is kind of going after a mom and pop. They arrested a guy for $15,000.
Yeah.
Like, really?
Because it was hash oil bought. Plus, he bought it in California, where the weed laws are way more lax. So I'm pretty sure, you know, I don't know.
Right, Sergeant Cripper just saw it. He says under 10 G's. Yeah, you know the value was he sold it for $14,500. So
yeah. $5K arbitrage is too good to be true, if you ask me. Okay,
right,
I would have been like
A1 Dubs. We already have that in the mega. A1 Dubs said police departments are always calling for donations. If you offer Bitcoin to police union, I wonder if they would take it. We're 2 steps ahead of you. All right,
yeah,
we are going to make sure we're good to go and can still move.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's about paying the man, and hey, we're going to do what we need to do.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, I mean it's unfortunate to see that. I think we're going to see a lot more of it. We're going to see a lot more once people start making more money. On this next pump, when you really have people making a ton of money, when it hits this 20, 30K plus and all that, they're definitely going to be coming down on some of the main people in the space. So we'll see what happens.
They'll be eerily silent whenever it goes down. It's just
right.
This is what it is.
That's the thing. When it was just crashing a couple of weeks ago and everything was all death for Bitcoin, like it seemed like the government almost gave up on it. Yeah, you know, everybody was just, it's too volatile, we don't want to touch it. But I don't know. You know how that goes. We'll see. Again, CME futures will expire tomorrow. I think we just had a ticker clock on that. And for the free Bitcoin today, what are we doing?
All right, for the free Bitcoin today, Uphold, they just purchased a mobile wallet to improve their actual ability to pay via phone. Which big exchange do you think will improve or purchase a mobile wallet startup? Because there are a lot out there in order to have access via your phone and make payments as simple as possible. So we have Robinhood app drop. We already have Coinbase out there app. Uphold's app is there, but they're actually improving it with this. So what other big exchange do you think will have a mobile wallet app? Put your public address and explain to us why, and we'll send that free Bitcoin.
And then again, I saw a couple people mention the shirts. The shirts are available on our website, Kirby Crypto. And again, we'll have that newsletter out. We are aiming to get it out tomorrow. We're working on the last little website changes on it. But we'll have that out tomorrow, and we'll have a good little price point for the first few people to get it this month. We'll probably get the next month free too, since it came in so late. True. Other than that, cheers everyone. Hope you have a great day, Crypto Warriors. We'll be back tomorrow, hopefully with a little bit more news in the market and a little better price point.
Oh yeah.
Cheers.
Have a good one.